Okay, now let's get started with the next scenario where we want to compare an TCP and UDP under the noisy link scenario. That is, what we'll do is we'll create this link as noisy. It will introduce some errors. That is, whatever packets are flowing, it will introduce some errors in it. And we are saying produce errors of 2%. That is, so every 100 bits that are flowing through it, 2 of them could be in errors. And apart from that, what we did was we removed of the congestion here. So previously it was 1 Mbps. So we now want to remove the congestion off, so that we just want to check the noise scenario. So we made it as 3 Mbps. Apart from the rest, all is same. And a minor change saying that FTP produce only 300 packets. And likewise, CBR also produce only 300 UDP packets. That's the only change we did. So let's get back to our Ubuntu terminal. So we have the Ubuntu terminal, and what we'll do is we could have generated that in NSG again. Instead of that, to save time, let's reuse the old file that we created, the congestion for congestion scenario that we had created. That was in congestion TCL. Let's copy it into experiment 06 and let's call it as noisy.tcl. Okay, we made a copy of it, and then we'll get into noisy experiment. Sorry, we need to open it in gedit. Experiment 06 noisy TCL. Let's open it. We'll use almost the same thing, except that let's rename this dot congestion and all those things. We'll replace them with noisy. So let's use a find and replace. I'll replace it with noisy. Okay, good. So in a single shot, it has replaced all those congestion with noisy files. Okay. Apart from that, let's have a look so that we don't miss out anything. Yes, and this congestion between N2 and N3, we need to remove it, and let's remove it by using a higher data rate of 3 Mbps. And good. Link we have done with the link. Agents, are we supposed to do anything? Packet size is 500. Okay, we retain it. And UDP packet size is also 500. We retain this record function. And then FTP, when we get to FTP, we want the FTP to now produce 300 packets. Okay, and likewise UDP also to produce 300 packets. That is equal number of packets. Good. And rest all is fine. Yeah, rest all is fine. So now let's have a quick look at the manual, how to create a noisy link scenario. Yeah, manual. Yes, this part is talking about how to create a noisy link. So basically it is telling that we can create an error model of 2% here. So this should be in the links definition section. So we'll just keep it to a side. Yeah, let's try to zoom in over here. Can we zoom in? Yeah, so that it is visible. Okay, this is visible. Just bear with me. So I'll quickly type it, and then we can again get back to the normal size. Where do we need to put this? We need to put this in the links definition section. Where is the links definition? This is nodes definition. Let's this is the links definition. So in this section, we need to define the error model. Set error model. It is a new error model. Then the rate set it as 0.02, and tell the network simulator that there is this loss model that the link needs to use. What is that error model? It is EM. Where should it be used? Between N2 and N3. Yeah, we have defined the error model. So let's save this, and okay, let's maximize this for better visibility. We got back to the original size, and as usual, we give this to NS. Good. Compilation has gone through, no errors. and then we are into animation, and let's organize this a little bit, and let's zoom in. And now remember, this link is noisy link. Some bit errors will be there. It's not congested, but everything will flow out, but 2% errors will be there. So approximately we have said that 300 packets from here should go, and likewise 300 packets from UDP should be generated. So 300 and 2% of them. So approximately 6 of the TCP packets will be in error. Likewise, 6 of the UDP packets will be in error randomly. So let's play this. That is our theoretical understanding. Let's see if it conforms to our visualization. Conforms. Yeah, we can see that some of the packets are being dropped from here. Those were dropped because of errors. So UDP is sending. UDP, in fact, it has finished, and TCP is also sending, and TCP also, some of them have got dropped. That is what we see, because the destination found out those packets were in error. Okay, let's close this off, and let's see what does the now congestion window has to say. So congestion window, now we can see, where is the congestion window? Yes, noisy congestion window is here. So let's do a GNU plot of this to get some insight into what the congestion window, how is the congestion window being. Let's start this. Everything should be okay. Good. Yeah, there is an overlap here of 2 congestion windows, both the data. So what we'll do is, let's do one thing. Let's remove off the old congestion files. Let's remove or data files rather, 06 congestion, and let's say all the data files related to the congestion, I'm removing them off. And then we want to now focus only on the congestion window because of noisy. So let's we have only that noisy file here now. You can see noisy.data is there. All the other data have been removed. So let's plot the congestion window. Yes. So let's observe. It is interesting over here. Let's observe what is happening. So we see that TCP it slowly adapted to the link. It found the link to be free, adopted it. It increases the data rate by increasing the window size, and you can see suddenly it has dropped from here. Why did it drop? This drop has happened because it observed the packet has dropped because of errors, and when it noticed that the acknowledgement didn't come back, immediately it adopted. I mean, it kind of reduced its data rate. It dropped it to window size of 1. Then again it's slowly trying out. Okay, everything is fine. So you can see that it has almost, there are totally 6 peaks over here, indicating that 6 times it observed the packet drops. 6 confirming that out of the 300 packets that were sent, 6 of them, that is 2% of them were dropped. That is 6 packets were dropped, and that's the reason you can see 6 times it has adopted. For every packet drop, it has immediately slowed down and adopted to the link. That's what the message is coming out from here. Okay, this was about the congestion window adoption. And let's look at the statistics. Let's run the awk file. Let's say what the awk file is what? Awk file is wired, mgat wired, and then we'll have to give 06 noisy link dot tr. So what is this saying? This is saying that UDP 300 packets, 7 of them were, look at this, 7 of them were dropped because of link errors now, not because of congestion. Link errors, that means only few of them were, or few lesser were delivered. So UDP is not reliable. Whereas the throughput, see, again he has got it around 900. And on the contrary, look at TCP, he was asked to send 300, he delivered all 300, even though there were few drops because of errors. That is 2% dropped because of errors. He retransmitted them. Because of retransmission, there were some duplicates also. However, at the destination, he figured out, and all the 300 have been delivered. So 100% delivered successfully. So TCP, this confirms that. And look at the throughput, it is lesser, just 80. This confirms our understanding that TCP whether it is drops because of congestion or it is drops because of errors, noisy links. TCP is reliable. He delivers everything, 100% delivery. Whereas UDP, he is not reliable. However, he has a very good throughput. And finally, if we want, we can plot the GNU plot and see the throughput also. MGIT underscore throughput. We started off here. UDP quickly reached the high throughput. It is hogging the complete data rate of the link. Whereas TCP respects it, and gradually when the link was free, it gradually increased the throughput and delivered 100%. Okay, we'll stop here and meet you in the next video.